Well, we got everything ready to go to Joe, RTT guy, 1969. We're going to meet up with him. Me and my wife are going to go Sunday or Saturday and check out with him and get everything over there and, you know, decide a game plan. But I thought I'd take this time to do a little fabrication. I mean, it's about fucking time, right? A little minor fabrication that anybody could do at home, okay? I know a lot of guys out there looking for chopper fenders and stuff like that, and they want to, you know, different stuff, so I figured I'd walk you through the process of a real simple little oil tank incorporated into the fender. So here we go. Okay, so the first process, we need to figure out on a typical Harley or Honda or anything really, is 3 quarts. We need to make sure that the customer has 3 quarts. Okay, so what I did is I just shoved the magnet inside there, spaced it up. I just have this on here for now to get the lines even, okay? That's going to be about 3.5 quarts easily, okay? So that's going to be part of the fender. We're going to wall all this in, put a nice cap. We're going to wall the sides of it. The whole thing is going to be enclosed, pressure tested for oil, okay? So that's pretty much the first process. Okay, so we had to fabricate a couple of skirts, which is going to be the side of the oil tank, okay? So what you want to do, whenever you do sheet metal fabrication, you always want to make sure that your pieces are nice and butt, okay? So that you can get your pull meaning the weld, in between, okay? So basically I just get this old 3/4 piece of steel here, and I just tap along there, and I keep everything nice and flush, okay? But we've made our skirts, so now I'll walk you through the next process and we'll show you how. I'm going to final weld in here before I install it on there. Okay, so as you can see, we have a nice MIG weld. We have 100% penetration. Flip it over on the other side there. There you can see it's coming through just enough on the other side. So that's our skirts. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is we're going to just get it and we're going to mount it on there. That's the first part, okay? And that's going to be 3D off the fender. It's going to look pretty sick. So we'll check back with you. Okay, so now we have to wall in the top of the oil tank, okay, which is part of the fender as we spoke about before. So now I found another piece of fender. Again, this is the same fender. Actually, I think this is a different fender blank, but we found the curve that we needed, okay? So I cut it out. Also cut out the shape of the fender, the curve of the fender, and as you can see, it fits really nice. See it? So now we have to do the same thing on the other side. This is really just trial and error, poster board, and whatever you need to do to get the job done. But as you can see, it's coming sexy. So we'll check back with you. Alright guys, another thing I wanted to point out. A lot of times in my early days I used to build, you know, for bike shops. Okay, so you really have to be accurate with your work because people are going to judge you by your work. Okay, so what we do here is, because it's going to be visual once we wall it in, you want to make sure that the height in the center of that circle is the same on both sides. And you see it's perfect. Okay, so that's what you got. Because you're going to see this when this is walled in and there's a cap there and stuff. You know, you might have a bike shop or somebody like that, like actually look at your work and check your work. And if you're a shoddy fabricator, I mean, you're not going to get any work, okay? Like I said, in my early days, I used to build for some high-end bike shops. A lot of guys didn't do fabrication. Now, this project here is really quite simple. This doesn't require, you know, this is pretty much stage 1 as far as fabrication. No English wheels are involved, nothing. This is just, you get a piece of fender blank, wall it out, get another piece of fender blank, make a cool oil tank, you know, and it'll be fixed to the fender. So we'll take you to the next step here. I'm going to get some tacks now that I gauged it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so as you can see, I traced the other side on some of my high-end little Debbie shit. Yeah, that's what I do. I save a lot of cardboard. Little trick there, it's cheap. So in any event, I got it fitting right, okay? Just like the other side. Now what I did is I did all my final welding inside. Anybody who knows fabrication, when it comes to motorcycles, the least you have to clean up, the better, okay? Plus, you know, you get, it just looks cleaner, okay? So that's what I did. So I removed the piece after I made this piece here. I removed it, my tack welds, I cut my tack welds. I final welded it on the inside. So now what's gonna happen is when you clean it up on the outside, you're not really going to have anything to clean up. You see what I'm saying, guys? Okay, your points will be nice and sharp. And like I said, you know, these guys, they judge you, man. Okay? It's one thing to do fabrication. It's another thing to do fabrication clean. Nobody wants to lay on shitloads of Bondo, and you know what I'm saying? When somebody's paying a couple $100 for a rear fender, especially when it incorporates an oil tank, they don't want to use shitloads of Bondo. I mean, I've seen the builders out there, and let me tell you something, man. It's ridiculous. So in any event, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape the curves on this now. I'm going to clean this all up. Okay, I'm going to flap this, we're going to tack weld it back on there, and then we're going to figure out where we're going to put our oil cap. But let me tell you, it is looking sweet. Alright, so what I did is before I final weld this on, okay, I put my oil cap, and there's my pretty wife right there. Say hi,
hello.
Isn't she hot?
I look horrible. Thank you. Okay,
so anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna put my fittings on there, in and out, return, shit like that, and you know, it's not a matter of the tools that you have. It's a matter of the quality of the work that you turn out. So that's pretty much it. All right, guys. So there you go. Just a quick little custom part. Doesn't take a lot of knowledge. Just a fender blank, cut out a cool design, wall it in. Like I said, this is novice work for anybody starting fabrication. You can start with little stuff like this. You know, retail for this fender, you could probably get a couple $100 for it. I mean, you know, you're going to have to offer them the fittings wherever they want the fittings in there. You know, the oil, the fill, the return, the vent. Obviously, the drain would be down here. But there you go, sexy little fender. You know, pretty much no fabrication skills required. Like I said, it's all a matter of cleanliness. You know, that's really what you want. You want whatever you do make to be clean. You know what I mean? I'm tripping over my fucking welder here, but there you go. You got your oil cap. Like I said, I said I was going to put the fittings in there. I didn't, because I'm going to put it up and then I'll offer them. You know, I'll offer them wherever they want their fittings to be. I'll just weld them in there for them. It's just drilling a hole and you know, welding them in there.